Hello and welcome to That's the Hobby Table. I'm your host here with the always outlandish Oblerone. How the fuck you doing, brother?
I'm lovely, but what's your name, Blake?
What is my name? That's a good question. I've forgotten. It's gonna be one of those days. Anyway, everyone knows who I am. I'm Blake, the annoying one. Anyway.
What? No. Nobody refers to you as that.
You'd think we'd put that in a bloopers reel, but that's not how we work around here.
No, this is a one-take episode kind of thing.
Always. That's why they don't need an introduction for me. They know I'm one take Blake. Let's do it.
One take Blake. I like that. Oh man. So what are we up to today, dude?
Today I thought we'd do another little episode that we've started calling Faction Focus. Normally we call them bonus episodes, but basically it's, when we get a bit of a microscope, we give a bit of an overview of a particular faction in Warhammer 40,000 or AOS. We haven't done the AOS yet, but, soon. And today, it's the mighty Tau Empire. Now, I'm expecting a lot of hate on this episode, but don't care. I love the Tau. Fuck you. Anyway.
While we've been doing the research, I've been, wanting a little bit of Tau as well. Like the lore is, but, the models look pretty cool. And, they're in Tacticus as well now, so they're the faction that you can unlock this time. So, and I'm really enjoying the new guys. It's been really good fun, so...
Honestly, man, at this point, anything that's not a Space Marine Lieutenant, everyone's happy for.
Oh, did you see the new Lieutenant, though?
I did.
I actually like it, because it's, super customizable. You have so many options.
Look, I like all the new Space Marine models coming out, but, I would much rather see all the Xenos get refreshed.
Yeah, correct.
Before we put out more shit, but whatever.
Yeah.
That is a whole episode. Anyway... what I did love was the new Seraphim they put out.
Oh yeah,
man! That's OG me Warhammer Fantasy.
Yeah.
Lizard Man for days. So I can feel it calling to me. I miss painting blues.
Yeah,
let's go.
Some skinky boys.
Skanky boys.
Skanky boys. No.
That's salad.
Maybe we should paint thumbs on them or something.
G-strings on you. Oh no, now the scalies are going to be involved.
Oh no.
Anyway, what have you been up to in the hobby, Obi?
Oh my lord. I've been I haven't painted, but I've been building a lot of stuff. I finished up the Leviathan, well, almost. I still have to add some magnets to the guns, and I still have to wire up the switch that's gonna be somewhere attached to the base, which I haven't figured out where. But Leviathan, Dreadnought, and then I did something completely different than Warhammer. Would you like to take a guess? You know.
I'm gonna guess that you built a tower out of used mugs from an ops shop and then smashed it with a hammer.
Close.
For fun.
No.
No.
We recently, were talking cars together, and what better way to get into cars is miniature cars. So I've been building myself a Porsche 934.
When you can't afford the real Porsche, you get the model Porsche.
Exactly. So, and I've been, contemplating now, to do custom color schemes. So I've been playing a lot of Need for Speed just to get into a color scheme. So
need to get you on Forza, brother. Need to get you on Forza.
Exactly.
Can't wait. I'll teach you how to drift. We'll become drift menaces together.
Yeah.
Nah, it's cool. And I don't know how much interest there'll be. Honestly, I don't really care. But I would love for us to do a model car episode eventually.
Yeah, definitely. I think. Cool. I think what I would recommend for the first thing is buy a Tamiya kit instead of the one that I have.
instead of Revel.
Yeah, that was. You'll have to wait for the car episode.
I'll tell you what, I've had great experience with Revel glue, but every model kit I've ever seen by them, fucking questionable.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because we're spoiled with GW and like Bandai models, but like that X-Wing that I helped Shane make, that was a Revel.
Yeah.
I'm like, no es bueno, man.
Yeah. Like the colors were okay, but like it's the same with Gundams. Like the moment you clip them off the sprue and you have to like clean up the edges, like you have to repaint it because it's ruined.
Yeah, the nub marks.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's one of those things that's better off you just do custom paint everything.
Yeah,
you know
I think so.
Like,
yeah.
just get it, prime the damn thing, and just go.
Yeah.
Paint the silver part silver or whatever.
Exactly. Cool.
Awesome.
How about you, man?
But yeah. Oh, good question. So painting wise, I had something very interesting on my desk. I had a vampire lord from Elder Scrolls Online.
Ooh.
Like a big statue. It was like probably 35 centimeters tall. It was for a workmate. And he just asked if I could paint it for him. I was like, yeah, fuck, why not? He's done me a lot of favors, so I did it, and man, let me tell you, painting big is a lot easier than painting small.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it takes a lot of paint. It takes like time just to get the layers down, but like just dry brushing all that shit. It was like, dude, this is so easy. So that was fun though. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it. Yeah, and now I've got my custodies that I'm not painting per se, but I got them off someone, like just to say, you know, he was giving them away in a whole bunch of Warhammer stuff. Shout out to Brandon if you listen. And you know, some of the shoulder pads are in the wrong places and things are built a bit wrong and all that, because obviously, you know, he wasn't that into it. So I'm just sort of going through fixing stuff like, you know, plugging up like bits where the panels don't meet properly, trying to swap shoulder pads, kit bash and stuff with what I have to make basically a functional small army before I get some more new models.
Yeah.
So yeah, been doing a bit of that, lots of sanding and scraping and all that jazz, you know. Insert usual fish tank shenanigans that go on. Always got something happening, but no one cares about that right now until I got something big to talk about, so yeah. Anyway, let's go on to the next part, I guess.
Yeah. Who or what are the Tau? Let's say in the 40k Warhammer universe, because Tau is actually a regular word, right?
Is it?
I think so. I think it's derived from some Greek language. I think
you're thinking towel.
Like towel?
Yeah, like a towel.
Oh, no.
Like, you know, when you get wet and you forget to take a towel?
I mean, it sounds very closely to cow as well. It's just changed out the
That's
C.
true. Anyway. So, the Tau Empire, the Tau Empire, are fairly new bipedal with hooves, sort of Abe Sapien looking motherfuckers. Like, have you ever seen Hellboy?
Yeah.
His little blue buddy? Think one of those on the top end with like hooves on them, but no gills. They just got like this blue water dude looking face. You know, a lot of people are quick to call them fish people, but I refute that because they actually don't have gills and they have hooved feet.
Yeah.
And as someone who looks at fish quite often, I can tell you they don't have hooves, and they do have gills. So they're very alien. They are humanoid in silhouette, but not in features.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit of history. When the Imperium first landed on their home planet, they were basically not that intelligent. Like, imagine a caveman eating a rock, you know. Just in blue.
Yeah, full Unga Bunga.
Unga Bunga. But when they returned, I would say it was 3,000 years after they first encountered them, they they sprung up a huge civilization, and they became like a really technologically advanced and super intelligent species.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was a warp storm that passed the planet and made it inaccessible to the Imperium for that time, I believe. And then when it dissipated and the Imperium went back, they realized, like, holy shit, you know, these motherfuckers are going all, like, Mobile Suit Gundam and shit with huge-ass mechs and powerful weaponry. They're like a staple of the Tau. The only thing holding them back is their lack of faster-than-light travel.
Yeah.
So, like, they got all the good guns and all the good mechs and all that rad shit.
Oh, yeah.
But they're not very good at traveling across the galaxy yet.
Yeah, is the key word. Because if they do, they will actually be a galactic player.
Mm-hmm. And they gotta fuck more.
Maybe? Alright, so even if they're like a like a really hyper intelligent race, they're also a little bit naive because they haven't been around that long in the big picture in the galaxy.
They're quite young in terms of the galaxy.
Yeah, exactly. So that it feels like they're very oblivious of the shadows or the horrors that lurk in the shadows. And especially
and the warp, for that matter.
Yeah, the warp especially. Yeah,
the horrors of the warp.
Mm-hmm. So they're pretty much known to have like no warp impact because they're not a psychic race. No psychers. And they can't use the warp to travel either. So, well, they can get sucked up, but they get spit out somewhere randomly.
I think they tried to, but it didn't work for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they haven't done it reliably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So the thing about the Tau is they're not just like a people, they're very much a philosophy. That philosophy is called the greater good.
Yeah.
So the Tau claim to be a peaceful species when possible. Like, when they encounter new species, they all ask them to join them voluntarily instead of fighting against them. But if they refuse, they will take the planet by force. So, like, say you're old Farmer Joe, you're farming away. These dudes rock up, they're like, hey, bro, you want to join our cause? Mm-hmm. How you answer that question will determine the course of your day.
Oh, yeah.
You'll either get blown the fuck up, or you'll, live a relatively okay existence for the 40k universe.
You'll be joining the greater good.
Yeah, exactly. So the greater good is a philosophy that unites the Tau, and it teaches them that every sentient being is equal and plays an important part in the Tau society. Yeah. So everyone's a cog in the machine. They all have a use.
Yeah.
They teach things. Like, they teach to let petty things go aside to better the race. They won't destroy another species or religion or culture, but that doesn't mean the Tau might not accidentally whip you out of it and make it conform to the greater good. So, like, it's okay if you appreciate the Emperor and you're worshipping the Emperor, but you better be serving the greater good.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Because, like, you can have your little statues and sing your Emperor Kumbayas, but you better fucking be working towards that goal.
Yeah.
Or you're done.
Yeah. Like, even the slightest misbehavior, they might seem like, that doesn't really sound like you're serving the greater good, are you? Blam!
It's very much, in The Simpsons, where he's like, oh yeah, not serving the greater good. That's a paddling. That's the Tau. Yeah, Jasper with the board. That's the paddling.
Exactly.
But with plasma rifles instead, or whatever they have.
Yeah, their weaponry is a little bit too convincing to deny the greater good.
I put it to you that any gun against your head is too convincing to deny whatever they're saying.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, I'm sorry, one of those weird Tyranid beetle guns. I'm out.
Honestly, I think the Necro one would be terrible as well, like the Gauss flares.
Yeah.
When it just like disintegrates the skin from your flesh. you're still screaming while you fall down.
I feel like a bolter through the head is actually quick, at least.
Yeah, at least you die instantly, you know?
Yeah. Fucking flesh borer beetles can fuck off, man. Tryptophobia is not welcome here.
No. Oh, man. Or the Eldar's guns. Jesus. With the...
Oh, the shuriken?
Yeah. Monomolecular.
Monomolecular. Yeah.
There we go. We got
If
it.
you know, you know.
Alright, that was one for you. So, the Tau, they're made up of like a pretty rigid caste system. So that means that breeding between the castes aren't really allowed. You know, one would say.
Yeah, it's not sanctioned.
Yeah.
It's not approved.
No. So
yeah.
And each of these castes then have their function in the Tau society. For example, the fire castes, they are the main warrior class of the Tau. They're strong, muscular, fine warriors. So these guys are the people who will go out and fight, basically. Conquer the planets.
I mean, they're by no means an Astartes, but like a normal person, they would float the fuck out of.
Yeah.
Like they're like, think of like a highly tuned martial artist.
Mm. Yeah.
In terms of human form, you know?
Yeah.
Next we have the Earth caste. So these are the worker class. They're responsible for creating both the basic factories and great works of artistry. So like, you know, if you're holding a Tau gun, odds are it's been in the hands of an Earth caste person at one point.
Mm.
And they're known for having very like, what's the word? Very drawn, serious expressions on their face. This is like, do the work, you know, like, it's just how they are. Yeah, they're very stout and they're just very industrious.
Yeah.
They're responsible for maybe not the research side of like the Tau's technological things, but definitely the building side of it. Like they go, hey, build this, they will build it.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah,
cool.
And they're the most numerous amongst the Tau as well.
Okay.
So like if you got all the Tau species in a room, there would be more Earth caste than any other caste.
All right. Cool. So the next caste system is the air caste. They are basically the Tau Navy. They fly the ships and get you from point A to B. These guys, they're very tall and slender, and they usually not make planetfall because they prefer to pilot the aircrafts and they stay on the space stations instead, making sure everything is in order there.
That's right, ticking those boxes. The next one is the water caste. Now, these guys are the bureaucrats, the admin, and just the general office bitches of the Tau.
Mm.
You know, like, they're the guys that goes, no, you need a stamp and you need to fucking do this to send that letter to the other side of the Tau Empire.
It's like,
you know, it's their whole job. They're the guys that are like just the administrators.
yeah.
Now, I don't know about you, but these guys sound like the really boring cunts of the Tau Empire.
Yeah.
Like, I got no time for bureaucracy, man.
Yeah.
Let me do the things. So,
oh, you need a
cool.
stamp on this paper. First, you have to go get another form to get the stamp before I can.
you must meditate on top of a mountain for another 5 years to earn your stamp. Fuck.
Oh. But the water cast, they're also the guys who do they're also the guys who make contact with other species first, right? And do the negotiating.
Oh, they're the ambassadors.
Yeah.
Like the diplomats.
Yeah. So they are the guys
Yeah.
they send in first to have a chat with whoever they want to absorb.
Yeah, right. So they're the guys that are like, you can have this, or you can have this.
Mm.
You know, it's like a little pin that says the greater good or a fucking gun.
Yeah.
Take this or take this.
Yeah, like a pin with the greater good and the other hand is empty. But what's in there? Nothing, because that's what your planet's gonna be when we're done with it.
It's just dust flying in the wind. What's that? Dust.
You.
Like you will be.
All is dust.
Oh no. Listen, motherfucker, if you don't want to be a Rubicon up in here,
Exactly.
best be joining the greater good.
Oh, great.
Oh, that's
great.
funny.
Cool. So we also have the Ethereal cast. These guys are the leaders of the Tau Society. No one really knows what makes them leaders, but some theories believe that it's true. Some specific smells and pheromones that they make, that they can control the masses, and some suspect that they might be psychers, but whatever happens, that whatever the Ethereals will say, the Tau will listen. So
it's very much James Workshop has left it ambiguous. Like, they're not just like, this is how it's done. My understanding is that they were all at war, all the different castes, and then the Ethereals just like descended from the heavens and were like, right, no more greater good, and everyone was like, yeah, dude, mad idea. Here is my theory of how that happened. I reckon all the Tau people were real fucking hangry, right? And then, because they were eating rocks, and then the Ethereals came down with like some Mad Domino's pizzas and cheesy garlic bread, and they were like, boys, we gonna have a pizza party if y'all just get along. And then they go along. That's it. Pizza party, solved it.
Nice. Going down in the Pizza Hut.
Just theory, you know? But yeah.
Yeah.
So the other notable part that would normally form part of like the army is the recruit mercenaries. Now, these guys still fight under the Tau banner, but they are not of the Tau species. These guys are sort of like, if you cross Predator with a bird, and made him really wiry. They're very like tribal in the way that they fight, and they have this rad ability where like if they eat something, they can actually absorb its DNA and like morph slowly into that creature.
Yeah.
They're real weird. And they also reproduce using jizz on their hands.
Yeah, it's not...
Basically, they give their partner a freaking massage. So if you know, you know. But jizz hands are a thing.
Yeah. It's always a nice time when a crew decides to put his hands on your shoulders.
That's right.
You're
That's
in
right.
for a good time.
Ask Mark. Mark knows all about jizz hands.
Ta-da! It's like jazz hands, but instead it's just cum coming out.
It's like jazz hands, but sloppy.
Sloppy jazz. Oh. I like the crew. They're really cool. I think
the crew are cool, man.
I think they should expand on the crew a little bit more. Yeah.
I would love if the crew were fluffed out more and actually became their own playable faction on their own.
Yeah.
Like, give them maybe some basic vehicles, not like tanks and shit, but like, you know, weird chariots and shit like that.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool.
I mean,
yeah?
They basically morph into whatever they eat, so somewhere down the line they probably eat a bird. So what happens when they eat a bird?
Maybe they ate Tyranids.
Oh, that would be... What if they ate orcs? They'd basically be me.
Exactly. What if they ate Primarchs?
Oh.
That's where all the Primarchs are going. Oh no.
Nom nom. Cool.
Rest in peace, Rogel Dawn. That's where he is.
What if they got Hollow Vulcan though? Because he can like regenerate. It's like
that's what you call self-replenishing snacks, Obi.
That's a good one.
It's like we eat him and he grows back. We eat him, he grows back.
Alright, so the last... They're not really a cast, I guess, but they use auxiliaries from a lot of different races. And they even ally with the humans, and these are called the Gay Vessa. But don't tell the Emperor.
Shh, big secret, don't tell Big E.
Yeah. Don't.
You'll be very upset.
Commissar will come back and shoot you in the head.
That's right. That's accurate. It's canon. Sweet. Well, as normal, we're doing a bit of a pros and cons thing, like we tend to do. So the first, for the pro, is the battle suits look fucking amazing. Like, if you're into Gundams and just like mechs in general, these guys should be up your alley. They're not stomping mechs like
The Knights.
like the Imperial Knights and stuff like that. They're more sleek and shit. But I wouldn't say they're quite as sleek as a mobile suit. They're still very chunky.
Yeah.
So they still fit, but they do have those styling cues. So if you're into that and you want to put V-fins on a whole army, which I do, talk about that later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
they're pretty sick. Big mechs are always sick.
Yeah, I like, especially like the color schemes. Like you can do so many cool things with them. So,
Very true.
for painting, I think these guys will be the perfect army as well, together with like Tyranids, for example. Because if you use the right techniques, for example, dry brushing, and if you use oil paints, they will get really easy to paint because they have lots of edges and ridges that will pick up nicely with dry brushing. And the oil paints will just seep in all of those nice armor cracks, making it real nice and easy to get a solid color scheme really fast.
On the basic troops especially, there's not as many large flat surfaces, so the edge highlighting isn't as extreme as, say, with a Space Marine.
Yeah, if you dry brush
manageable,
it.
Yeah, for sure. No one wants to edge highlight a whole army, trust me. I'm there. No one wants to do it.
Exactly. It's
fucking sucks.
Definitely is.
Yeah. The other thing is too, they stand out on the tabletop. They don't look particularly grimdark, but like that's what gives you their vibe. Like everything is grimdark. Everything in Warhammer. So having a faction that's not, it sets it apart. I think they still fit in the universe because of how naive they are and stuff. Like you can see them going more grimdark, but they're just not like that. And I think that it's fucking awesome. Because you can have too much of a good thing sometimes, like the grim darkness, like spikes and there's a million skulls on this and that. Like the tower clean and well maintained, and they look fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
So on a tabletop, like the tower look like themselves. You cannot mistake them, even from a distance.
Yeah. I think what distinguishes them in the lore as well is that they're very much like full with respect. Very similar to like Japanese, which what are based on. So
they almost have like a Bushido way of conducting themselves. Like they meditate near waterfalls and things like that. Like as opposed to like hanging out with cherubs and vile shit.
Oh no, the babies, not the babies.
They're not what those damn Dark Angels are up to, man.
Yeah. Sick. So conversion wise, it's just asking for Japanese inspired samurais. It's just super cool seeing their samurai banners and like hell, even straw like the hats that they have.
Yeah, the Ronin style hats.
Yeah, and just like having the blades and everything too, like a samurai sword.
Yeah, you can buy a lot of like aftermarket or 3D print a lot of like knickknacks that go on your tower that just complete that look. Like you said, there's hats, there's bigger shoulder pads that are like stepped down. On the other side, like just make it look more and more samurai. People put them with like cherry blossoms on the thing, and and those cool Japanese banners that are like an L-shaped bit of wood coming from the back, like a flag on it. Oh, mate, just love it.
Yeah, definitely
love
it. Something for the people who play the game is they are a real force to be reckoned with because their shooting is insane. Like, the Tau guns are just, the profiles are mental. They can put down knights with ease, and it pisses me off. Because knights
They're
can't
very
do
much a shoot you off the map type of army, aren't
yeah,
they?
basically.
Like,
so, what
you can't hold the point because there's too much coming at you.
yeah. Like, it's basically like a... Remember that scene from 300 where they shoot the arrows? Basically the Tau. So...
Yeah. But it's a whole bunch of blue shit coming at you instead of the arrow, sun being blocked out.
Exactly.
It's like Goku's spirit bomb descending on you.
Yeah, but like trillions of them. Oh.
And very strong too, from kilometers away.
Yeah.
I think I heard a thing, I don't know how accurate it is, but it's like, if you see a Tau in battle, they're losing. Because it's like, they're so long range that like, if guardsmen are seeing them, then like, they're already within their like, they don't want them to be there, range sort of thing. Yeah, exactly.
Within range to shovel them.
Yeah, exactly. Shoveling shit. A couple of cons. If you want to hit things with your sword, these guys aren't your faction. They're terrible in melee unless you take the crew or something like that. And even then, like, that's just like a band-aid. They're not a melee-focused species.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I think is a little shit, because, like, it would be cool to have, like, rad duels between a species besides Space Marines. Like, I think that'd be cool, but that's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
Oh.
You want to get the next one?
I don't know if I do.
No, well, this is you. You made this note.
It's Tau feet pics.
Yeah, exactly. So people like to get very weeby and make a lot of inappropriate stuff about Tau, and it's sort of like, I don't know, to me it diminishes how awesome they are as a faction.
Yeah.
I guess it's part of the thing. They do it to every faction, but I don't know, it's just a bit fucking weird, dude. Like, just go touch a real titty for fuck's sake.
Right. I mean, it happens with every one of them, so it's like I said, it's a little bit ridiculous. But it seems like the Tau are attracting a certain kind of neckbeard for this one, so...
Yeah, I think in terms of fandom, for sure, like in that way. Yeah. The other one is when you have a cool Tau army, you have to listen to fuckheads using the same fucking things. Oh, they're communists. Oh, they're fish people.
Yeah.
To those people, I say, please go outside, touch the grass, and go get a girlfriend. Touch a titty. And if you're a girl, touch your own titty. Doesn't matter. Just touch a titty and realize that you take a shit too seriously. Tau are cool. Just enjoy them. And if you don't enjoy them, that's okay too. But let other people enjoy the shit they like. Don't be that fucking guy.
Yeah.
You know? Friendly banter is one thing, but when, like, you've picked a Warhammer army and every fucking person is like, ugh, the same joke. Vomit it up. Like, come on, man. You know?
Yeah.
Be original, fuck off.
Yeah. I just figured out like a couple of more points while we're talking.
Yeah, go for gold, man.
I think their mauler range is quite limited. Their maulers are super cool, but they're not a lot of them. So I think their mauler ranges could definitely be expanded more on.
Yeah, I think that we need more than one type of fire warrior. Like, I guess they had the Pathfinders and like standard fire warriors, but like, you think about how many standard Space Marine detachments you have. Like you have, this guy, that guy. There's like 6 different kinds without even getting into like battle suits and things like that. Like, it's the Firecast. They're the warriors. Like, give us some cool shit,
Yeah, expand on the
like,
range
I just
a little bit more.
think it'd be cool. Give us somebody that maybe is a melee focused, fire warrior. Like, not that they're as good as a Marine. I'm not saying that, but like, give them heavier shoulder armor and like a large sword.
Yeah.
And a pistol, like, or whatever you want to do. Maybe they have a stealth thing as well to even out the odds because they're not seen until they're there. Then they're in melee. I don't know, but just give us something cool, man.
Yeah, like this is a positive thing, I think, because they have like stealth suits, like you mentioned. And that could be really cool to paint up as well. Like, it gives you a load
Yeah,
of
they are
cool
cool.
ideas. So
I had the original metal ones when they were more upright.
yeah.
Before they were like the weird hunched over ones, so I had those.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, so depending on what scheme you're doing, they can look a bit monotone. If you paint them a lot. So I don't know about you with the white that they do a lot, although it looks pretty clean, it's not my thing.
No.
I think if you were going to do white, you'd have to add some cool accent colours. Maybe you do a Gundam themed thing.
Yeah.
Maybe you do give them a bit of yellow on the front of their helmet, and then like red and blue and on different parts of the armor. Maybe you do that.
Yeah.
That would definitely spark them up. But just the white on black is just like, eh. I actually preferred the desert cam color they used to have.
Yeah.
Like that sandy color.
Yeah.
That's the Tau I know. But
Yeah.
you know, it's Warhammer. Paint them whatever color you want. Just don't get trapped in doing a boring color scheme because you'll fucking hate it.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned earlier, like Vaporwave. That would suit them so well.
Yeah. I didn't mention it on here, but I would love to do like a vaporwave themed Tau.
Yeah.
Like, you know, purple
Purple to
like
pink.
clothes under their armor plane. No, purple for that with like highlights of pink, but not too bright, and then all their armor plates highlight in different colors. Like maybe one guy is all neon blue, and then other guys neon green, and just have them like all looking like Tron. You know?
Yeah.
I think that'd be fucking wild.
Hell yeah. Cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I think the other thing is too, we should probably have a quick chat about how they are used on the tabletop. So, like, with Tau, you know, like we said, they're not necessarily, put a Fire Warrior thing right next to some Marines and watch them fight it out. That's not their objective. You want to take good vantage points, good lines of sight, and things like that, because a lot of the time, as far as I understand, say if you have some broadside battle suits, or is it the Devilfish with the railgun on top?
Yeah.
You will outrange and outshoot nearly anything in the game.
Yeah.
So, like, get the line of sight and just patrol that.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need to be up in the close quarters. Like, you can send your stealths up there to capture stuff and whatnot.
Exactly.
But just think about that.
Yeah. Like you said, they prefer to stay more at the back. Like, advancing the Tau, like, especially the smaller stuff, it risks you getting shot off the board instead, or, you know, getting caught up in melee, and then you're basically useless because they do.
Especially if you don't have enough drones. Drones are really important for support.
Yeah.
As far as I understand, like, you know, shield drones, things like that.
Yeah.
I think they have like aiming drones to make you more accurate as well.
Yeah, the marker lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool.
So, like, but I think that's really cool because that doesn't play like anything else in 40k.
No. One that I would say is sort of familiar is the Gene Stealer cult, where, like, if you have a unit on either side of like an enemy unit, you can, like, do crossfire, I think it's called, so you get, like, a bonus to shooting into that unit. So that's cool.
Yeah, because I think a lot of things in 40k, like, same, and, like, you can only do so much, obviously, but I think a lot of it is, like, you're either a super elite army, you're a really good close quarters, a really good shooter, or sort of just horde. You know? Like your Tyranids, horde army. Orcs, horde army. Space Marines, well, depending on what way you build it, you know, you're probably an all-rounder.
Yeah.
Or a shooter, all that, you know? It's like, the Tower just like their own fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's wild. And I think that's cool. I think we need more stuff that's like, hey, this is played very differently.
Yeah. I think I just remembered one of the cons that I was thinking about is...
Oh, yeah?
At least in the lore, is that they're not big enough, I would say, to make an actual impact in the whole galaxy. So they really need that faster than light travel just to be able to explore the rest of the galaxy actually try and make a difference, basically, because
Yeah.
they're very
The
stagnant.
Tau
in their-
very much.
Yeah.
They have a very much a Naruto Uzumaki sort of approach to the galaxy. Like, we're gonna be the leaders, believe it! And, like, they're not doing shit. They're just like, oh yeah, we took 5 planets or 10 planets or whatever. And, like, compared to what's actually out there, they're nothing. Which I guess could feel defeating, but at the same time, it's like, they're a young, hopeful race. I think that's very nice to have in 40k, because no one else has any hope.
No, that's
So the Eldar are a dying species. The Space Marines will don't even start me. You know, they're all nuts. You know, apart from the Orcs, I think the Tower are having the best time.
Well, are they having the best time, or are they being told to have the best time?
Doesn't matter. It's the same thing.
Are you sure? Are you having a good
Yes.
time if I tell you that you're now gonna have a good time? Instead
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
Just don't spray me with that stinky stuff again. I don't want it.
Don't put your hands on my shoulders, please.
No, please, not his hands.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so this Tower, man.
Yeah. Quickly
Alright.
want to mention again, just if you play Tacticus, the Tower really awesome, and if you're struggling against Silent King, the new raid boss, the new guys are gonna sort you out, because he has like bonus damage to mechanicals, and he is really good. He pairs really well with the Eldar for some weird reason. So.
Oh. Yeah, the Tower cool, man. When they announced that was the new faction, I was very excited for that, because, like, Tower probably my favorite Xenos faction.
Yeah.
Like, they're just so different. They're different to everything else. Even their look.
Yeah.
Like, their weird helmet, they have, like, a weird one eye at the top. Like, how does that work? How does that work?
Yeah.
Please explain. I don't know, but I love it.
It's...
Yeah, like, do they walk around cross-eyed the whole time? Does their weird head vagina actually see things and their eyes are just pretend?
Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe it's like horses, you know. They just like cover up that side, like the peripheral.
They got the
view.
blinders on.
Yeah. Can only see straight forward. They have to turn their heads around to see what's behind them and their whole body.
Don't trust horses. Who makes that sort of commitment to a shoe?
Nice, cool.
But yeah, man, Tower fucking cool. I think I really think for me a more melee focused fucking like Fire Warrior squad would be
Yeah.
maybe they fight some Imperial Guard or like some Imperial, and they find some of the combat stims that they have and they start using those in their warriors.
Yeah.
Maybe they reverse engineer them and they're like, hey, we've given it these. Maybe they're Tau Berserkers, man. Like, let's fucking go.
I mean, the options
I would love
are
that.
endless when they are still such a young race, you know? Like, it only takes, like, a snap of the finger for them, like, what if we do like this? You know, they could change their whole ideology or their way of things super fast and adjust and adapt, so it would be...
Exactly. Oh, one thing we didn't mention, which I'm gonna, because they're cool as fuck, is the Vespid Stingwings.
Oh, yeah.
They're like these rad wasp people. And, like, I don't know how useful they are in game, but they're really cool, you know?
I haven't seen anybody
very
play with
interesting.
them, but they are indeed, like you say, really cool.
Yeah, I think there's something that's so old now that people just don't touch them. Yeah, they've been neglected for so long, but let's make the Tau great again, guys.
Yeah.
You know?
They deserve it.
They do deserve it. But yeah, that's Tau.
Hell yeah. Cool.
So, as always, now we've gotten the fluff out of the way, we're at the music section.
The important stuff.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Lila.
Now, yeah. So normally we have a lot to do for this, but at the moment still, there's not many albums being released, so we're taking what we can get.
Yeah.
And Nick Nocturnal, or Nick Knock as some people refer to
Nick
him.
Knocks.
Nick Knock.
Oh no.
he's a YouTuber. So he's teamed up with another dude whose name I can't remember, and they've released a little like 3-track EP sort of thing called Parasocial.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to give us a bit of a rundown on that one, Obi? Tell us what you think.
It's deathcore, but with a little bit more melodies to it. A little bit of clean singing. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah, that chick does pretty well actually at the clean scene.
Yeah, it's really good stuff actually. I'm jamming to it. It's not the same as Lorna Shore. It's like a whole different kind of beast. There's the vocals are definitely on point. The guitar sound, really solid stuff.
Yeah, I believe Nick does the guitar, not the singing. So
yeah. He has a very, because that's what I got sort of introduced to him is his vocal work on like YouTube Shorts, where he's doing like small covers of popular metal songs. So
yeah, right.
So he has a really distinct screaming voice, and he's not singing in this one. But
I think he met Will Ramos and was like, "Nah, I'm not doing this no more."
Yeah, basically, I'm out of my league. Nah, I don't think so. He's a good talented person.
Yeah, nah, he's cool too. He seems like a decent dude.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm digging the songs too, especially the first one. They have like, well, actually all three of them have like really catchy, like choruses going on where they do the clean singing.
Yeah.
Which does kind of
maybe we should
tend to make the.
Maybe we should get Nick Nocturnal on the show.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be cool.
Yeah, but the clean vocals in the chorus thing, it does make the songs sound like they're the same song in a way, you know?
Yeah.
What kind of a lot of albums have when they've recorded very close to each other, like all the songs kind of sound the same in the album.
Yeah, they bleed in.
Yeah, I think that suffers a little bit here as well. But still, well produced, a lot of good talent going on, well worth the listen if you're into deathcore or some weird or wacky shit. Yeah, give it a shot. I'd say 6.5 to 7 goblins for this one.
Yeah, I'm not a deathcore person, so it's not really fair for me to review it. But you know, immensely talented musicians, and I think that goes without saying. And I watch a lot of Nick Nocturnal on YouTube. Like, I watch most of his shit. He's very funny, but the music I think I'm just too much of a fucking boomer, to be honest. Like, I'm not much of a modern metal deathcore guy. I'm definitely catching on to some stuff, but it's the stuff that really sticks out. It's not the, oh yeah, this is, you know, they use this time signature, so they're great. Like, I don't know, man. You know, like, it sounds cool. It's not bad. I like the chick singer. I think that's a different thing. But besides that, it just felt a little bit like, okay, another deathcore band, you know?
Yeah.
I would love to see them have a bit more of a thrashy edge to it. I think that with the vocals and Nick's guitar tone and stuff, if we took that in more of a thrashy direction, I think that would sound very different and really cool.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'd have to give it, you know, probably a 5.5 goblins out of 10.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's decent. You should check it out. But it's not lighting my world on fire.
Yeah. I agree.
That being said, Nick Nocturnal should still come on the show. Because, you know, get on here. Everyone, add him.
Yeah. I think that's a really good way to summarize it. Like, it's not something memorable as a album we reviewed last year, for example.
Yeah, it's not like a Necrogoblicon album.
Yeah. Or, you know, Pain Remains, which like hits the heartstrings, for example. So it
does. Have you got anything that you're jamming at the moment? Like, just like inexplicably, you just liking it?
Caliban, like I mentioned it like a couple of times to you
Caliban.
before.
Oh yeah, we listened to that the other day. Yeah.
Yeah, like huge, very huge in my childhood when I was around 14, 15, and kind of like on Instagram, I found like this little clip of like two chicks listening to metal, like it was on a TV series or something. Don't know what. But it was Caliban. I was like, huh, this guy sounds familiar. And I was like, oh, Caliban, fuck yeah. I used to listen to these guys a lot. And I've been really enjoying them again. They're like on the metalcore side, a little bit, a little bit more to the, like they're very downwards in their vocals. Like the lyrics are very depressive actually, so yeah,
good stuff.
Yeah,
good feel good music, you know.
Yeah, feel good music. I don't know, they hit the right strings for me as well, especially the god damn it, gotta look at the album name, Gravity, and their latest album which came out last year, Dystopia. A lot of albums, like a lot of songs in there that are hitting the strings as well.
Yeah, right.
So if you are an old school metalcore person, give Caliban a listen. Dystopia is a really good album. How about yourself then?
Nice. Man, honestly, a little bit embarrassing to admit. But like, so Avenged Sevenfold, right? Now, yeah, you know where I'm going with this, but like, I listened to the earlier stuff back in the day, and I never liked it. The guitar work was always way too happy for me. It was just not my thing, but I always liked the song Nightmare. I always thought that was like a banger.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, there's a couple more off the next album that Bone had shown me. I was like, oh yeah, cool songs, you know? But I sort of just left it. I was like, yeah, whatever. And then the other day, Nightmare just kept coming up in like one of the random playlists I was listening to.
Yeah.
And then like another song off the album came up. I was like, I don't mind that either. I'm like, maybe I'll just check out the album. And now I'm just stuck listening to that album over and over. It's really good. Like the whole fucking album. So, I don't know, man. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't my thing back in the day, but I think that I've grown a lot in terms of what I like musically as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like, oh, fucking pussy little emo. It's like, I'm a bit beyond that, you know?
Yeah. You've grown up.
Yeah, exactly. Up and out. Let's go.
Yeah. Which album was it that you were listening?
Nightmare.
All right. I'll add it to the playlist.
Yeah, get into it. Yeah, it's not for everyone, but if you like Axl Rose, he's got a lot of Axl Rose in his vocals,
which is why I don't.
And I think that's great. But not the high pitched Axl Rose, more than like the other stuff.
Yeah. Right.
You know? And very few people could dream to aspire to hit those highs that Axl Rose does. That's fucked up.
That's true.
Like, you like him or not, he's a cockhead for sure, but he's an amazing vocalist.
That's true. Correct.
Yeah. So, you know. But yeah, so, good album. And the next album after it's pretty good too, Hail to the King. I think I just am avoiding earlier Avenged Sevenfold because I like this later shit. So. Because, like, I think in the earlier stuff you try to do a bit more screaming and stuff like that as well. And, like, if I'm going to listen to screaming, I'm going to go listen to Lorna Shore. I don't need Avenged Sevenfold to do that, but, like, this thing is their own thing.
Yeah.
And it's real good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah, sweet.
So, I guess that's the end of the episode then.
Well, come on, mate. Stamp your fucking brakes, buddy. What? We still talk about our patron.
Of course.
We're a new patron.
Yeah, how could we forget?
It's the little boy of the Discord.
Exactly, it's like the youngest person.
Little Norcree.
That's joined, like,
joined the Discord.
Joined the Discord and became a Patreon. And he's from Poland. I think he's our first Polish member as well, so... And
yeah, come on, Poland, what are you doing? Pick up your game.
Yeah.
Don't let Norcree be your best advocate.
No, he's a cool dude. I really like him. Nah. He joined since we did the Gundam episode.
Yeah.
So he's
Has he been around that long?
Yeah, he's been around for that long.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's taken him this long to support us on Patreon. What a tight ass that.
No.
I love Norbury. We just love shit stirring each other though.
Yeah.
Well, it's just constant shit stirring, man. But thanks for your generosity, Norbury, man. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for being a patron.
And that goes to anyone else too, man. Like just $1 really helps us.
Exactly.
Like if you listen to the episode and you've gotten any enjoyment, it really helps us. Like Obi does all the editing, and literally it costs him $10 just to edit an episode these days.
Yeah.
Like in Sweden because of the electricity prices. So like it just helps us literally keep the lights on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So if you could consider it, if you're in the position to just throw us $1, that would be fucking awesome, man. You know? And yeah, really cool. So there's Patreon links in our fucking description on Spotify and all that jazz.
Correct.
You'll also find this awesome link to the Discord there. Join the Discord. Come chat. It's fun.
Oh yeah.
We like to talk shit. We like to play lots of fun video games and hobby together.
We do.
I don't know. What else do we do?
I don't know. Like one time we watched Warhammer Plus too. So if you're into that, I could do another one of those days.
That's true. We could. There's lots of stuff we could do. Lots of stuff.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm actually gonna do? Probably in the next couple of months to get a capture card.
Mm-hmm.
So I could stream from my old school retro console somehow to the computer, to the Discord.
Yeah.
So people can watch me play. I can play on the CRT behind me.
Yeah.
And people can watch me play.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I got a
We'll
capture
figure it
card and I hooked up my PlayStation to it and started streaming with it. And it works
Sweet.
pretty well.
Did it work?
Yeah, it was solid, dude.
Which PlayStation did you use? PS4?
Yeah.
We'll have to figure something out.
Yeah, there's stuff. It'll work.
But yeah. There's stuff. Plus, we like to hobby in there. Come hobby with us.
Mm-hmm. Share your progress. Talk shit. If you got any questions about hobbies or whatever, we have a questions tab, so we'll answer them there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It'll be good.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. So, yeah. Discord. Don't really use socials, but feel free to go there and like them. Maybe it'll actually motivate us to put shit up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, yeah. Until next time, I'll have to say, remember to crank that amp.
You slay that bro.
We are
the Knights of the Hobby Table. Bye.
Ka-chow. Bye.